what the fans have got to look forward to?
Sure, well listen, the genesis of this whole project is our supporters. We asked them to tell us what we could do to help improve the matchday experience and what bits of Emirates Stadium we should focus on enhancing and upgrading. And right near the top of the list from our fans were the 8 banners that adorn the outside of the stadium. They felt that they were tired, they were weather worn, and also they didn't represent necessarily what Arsenal meant to people in 2023. So we took that feedback on board and we decided it was now time to change them. The question was to what and what process should we follow. So what we decided to do was to involve a massive cross-section of the Arsenal family, more than 100 people, supporters, ex-players, ex-players' family, Arsenal staff, members of the community, to help us design them. So we asked them, well, what does Arsenal really mean to you? What does togetherness mean to you in 2023? And we got the most rich feedback over multiple sessions. Then the question was, what do we do with this feedback? Well, we worked with 3 brilliant artists who took that feedback and designed the 8 banners that you see today. And what was really pleasing today was speaking to so many people that were involved in the process who absolutely recognised that the 8 banners they saw represented the conversations that we had in the room and felt like they brought together what Arsenal means to them in 2023.
It's quite a responsibility, isn't it? Because everyone has their favourite players and favourite peers in different age groups, but it seems that somehow you have sort of touched a chord, a tone, a heartstring with every sort of type of Arsenal fan.
Yeah, the nice thing when I look around the banners again today is it's got a bit of everything. It's got 150 supporters clubs around the world, 700 fans. It has Arsenal women pulling up the Champions League trophy right next to Arsenal men pulling up the Invincible trophy. It's got the East Stand of Highbury. It's got the academy represented. Every bit of the club we've tried to bring alive, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing them not just in the gallery today but on the outside of the stadium in full size and seeing fans wander around, taking their pictures and discovering the little features that are hidden in all of them.
And the timing seems perfect in that it seems that the fans and the club are united more than they have been for quite some time. There's a real great sense of unity and sort of pride from the fans and the players and the staff, which we haven't had perhaps at this intensity for some time.
Yeah, the connection between the club and the fans, in my opinion, is the strongest it's been in the 12 or so years I've been here. And what was really pleasing is not what I think, is what supporters were telling me this evening. They feel the connection is as strong as it ever has been. So our job at the club is to not take that for granted, do everything we can to maintain it and strengthen it and grow it. Because ultimately, a football club is all about the connection it has with its supporters.
Yeah. And obviously results help and the team's doing very well this season, but there must be more to it than just winning a few football games to get this sort of sense of community and pride in the club again.
Yeah, I think, obviously results help. Arsenal men, Arsenal women doing fantastically well. Academy continuing to promote players into the first team. I think fans continue to be proud of the work we do in the community. You saw on Monday night against Oxford United, we were playing in a white shirt again to talk about the challenges around knife crime in this borough and what Arsenal are doing to try and help people with those challenges. So I think there's a lot of things around the club that are making Arsenal fans feel proud.
And would you agree that a lot of it comes from Mikel and the messages he puts over in the press conferences we cover sort of week in and week out, because he's been very determined to achieve what we're seeing.
Absolutely, and Mikel talks about it all the time, the importance of the connection between the club and the players and the supporters. And every time Emirates Stadium is loud and proud, the boost that it gives our players and how it fuels performance. So absolutely.
Is that an added bonus to appointing him as manager, or was that something within him that you saw that he really wanted to achieve as well as getting good results?
Listen, I think for Mikel, he's always talked about, from his very first press conference, the importance of culture and bringing everybody together and creating that kind of connection and pride. And of course, he's a man that knows the club really well, having played here and has been captain here.
And of course, the team's top of the league as we speak, but only halfway through the season. Yep. What would be your message to supporters as they look forward to the remaining half of the season?
So of course, it's been a great start of the season. We're obviously delighted to be top of the league, but as you say, it's halfway through the season. There's no prizes halfway through the season, and we're going to do exactly what Mikel says. We're going to stay humble. We're going to take every single game as it comes, and we're going to give every game 100%. And we'll see where we end up at the end of the season, and hope we can continue this positive momentum at the club.
And just finally, thank you very much for your time. I've just overheard you talking a bit about it. What sort of state is the club in at the moment? Because we had a very tough time through COVID, and I know you can talk about this. It feels like the club's quite stable and and strong in going into 2023.
Yeah, absolutely. The club's in a good position, stable and strong. I mean, football's had a challenging period through COVID. That's obviously in the rear-view mirror now, and we look forward with optimism and promise.
Good stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you.